Since we have a special guest here, Dr. John Holdren from the OSTP office, we've prevailed on him and a little bit of his time to help us with an award that we are very excited to present. And my name is John Downing. I'm incoming chair of the Council of Scientific Society Presidents, and I had the honor of chairing the CSSP Awards Committee during 2014. And our CSSP Support of Science Award is being presented today to Barack H. Obama, President of the United States of America. Because the President has a very complicated agenda, well, especially at this juncture, it's quite complex, Dr. John Holdren has agreed to receive the President's Award and deliver it to him. John is Assistant to the President for Science and Technology, Director of the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, and co-chair of the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology, and we are grateful to him for his support of science as well. I will address, I think, the rest of the comments directly to the President, who will receive the link to the video to watch as his schedule permits, should it permit, hopefully. Mr. President, this body of science society presidents, representing in the neighborhood of 1.2 million scientists, is delighted to offer you the CSSP 2014 Award for the Support of Science. The many great things you have done and continue to do to sustain the strength of science in the United States of America make a very long list. In fact, I think I have some of them here, of a huge long list, and serves the science enterprise. Thus, it also serves all Americans and the world at large. We offer you this award for your staunch support of science, science funding, the science enterprise, scientific societies, and the education of new science innovators, that is, the next generation of scientists. The next generation of scientists is going to be continue to work towards solutions to problems that may be the most serious problems ever faced by Earth's citizens. And you have recognized these major problems and have recognized that strong science is needed to solve them. Some solutions you seek to support touch on the problems of climate change, sustainable water, global pandemics, global hunger and disease, healthcare, a clean environment, and the science of improved STEM education. And these are only a very few of the many things, the many that have garnered close attention in your administration. In the past 9 months alone, you've supported initiatives such as the Climate Action Plan, including elaboration of the anthropogenic basis for changing, the Materials Genome Strategic Plan to support advanced materials discovery, initiatives to increase public interest in and access to federally funded research results, creation of a national plan for coordinating access to civil Earth observations, reports and scrutiny of ocean acidification, efforts to strengthen and support enhanced forensic science, creation of a fast-track committee on optics and photonics, creation of the Networking and Information Technology Research and Development Plan, a national nanotechnology initiative, substantial efforts to coordinate federal STEM education, strong initiatives in water supplies, water quality, and their relations to global climate change. You have also elevated scientists to policy levels, thus firmly integrating science into governance, and many other things that many around this room could note. Finally, we want to thank you, Mr. President, for your clear recognition of the indelible link between the economic vitality of a nation and the vitality of its scientific community. Your support of strong and vital science will go far toward improving the economy, preserving national security, and creating a transformative economic climate to assist all citizens of this nation. Mr. President, your strong support of science has earned the great esteem of scientists throughout the world, as it has earned the esteem of this Council of Scientific Society Presidents. We thank you heartily, and as the presidents of science societies, we know that our members are ready to continue to work beside you to sustain the United States as a beacon for science innovation and science education. We have a small token of our esteem, Mr. President, that we're asking Dr. Holdren to bring to you. And John, if you could come up and we'll give you this. It's is. And I hesitate to call it an antique cup because that would insult most of the people in this room. The cup was made in 1953, which was, by the way, the year that we began to learn a great deal about DNA, and shortly before the major climate change models began to be elaborated. And this cup is to help you to continue to drink from the font of scientific knowledge or any other font that you have in mind. It's inscribed, Barack H. Obama, President of the United States of America, for high-impact leadership in support of science, the science enterprise, and the education of new science innovators. Council of Scientific Society Presidents, December 2014, and then a small Latin inscription at the bottom that says, Scientia ipsa potentia est, which roughly says, power resides within all knowledge. Thank you, Mr. President, for your enthusiastic support of science, and Dr. Holdren for delivering this gift and honor to our president.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to accept this. I'm very happy to accept this on behalf of the president. We will shortly show a video of his response. He does regret that he couldn't be here this evening with you. And I do have to say before we show his response that I am an even older antique than this cup.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I can't be with you today to accept this award, but I am humbled and grateful for this honor. I send the next best person, though, my science advisor, John Holdren, who explains all this stuff to me anyway. As Americans, we are a people who challenge assumptions and take risks and perennially push the very boundaries of human knowledge. It makes us exceptional. It's in our DNA. That stands, by the way, for deoxyribonucleic acid. And as American scientific leaders, I want all of you to know I am passionate about keeping America at the forefront of science, medicine, technology, and discovery. We're leading the world to combat climate change. We're leading the world in the fight to contain and one day cure Ebola. And just yesterday, we launched a new era in space exploration, reaching farther into the heavens with a craft built for manned spaceflight than we have in over 4 decades. It made me proud, not just as president, but as an American. The point is, American science fuels American leadership around the globe. It keeps our economy competitive, dynamic, and a generator of jobs and prosperity here at home. And if we're going to keep that leadership edge, we've got to keep our scientific edge. We have to increase our investments in basic research, something I will never stop fighting for. We have to prepare the next generation of leaders in science, technology, engineering, and math. That's why I launched a campaign to get more kids in STEM classes and set a goal of training 100,000 expert STEM teachers over the course of the next decade. That's why through my Connect Ed program, we're working to connect all our students to the best technology. I've called on business leaders from America's top companies to join us in both these efforts, and they're helping us bring these opportunities to students across America. And we have to make sure we continue to welcome the best and brightest minds from around the world. That's why the executive actions I took last month will provide new immigration options for foreign entrepreneurs to start new businesses and create new jobs right here in America. As long as I have the privilege to serve as your president, science will be one of my top priorities. And as long as all of you keep pushing those boundaries and inspiring young researchers and tinkerers to do the same, I'm very hopeful about the future of this planet, or off this planet. Who knows? Thank you all very much for this award. I'm deeply honored, and thank you for all that you do for our country.